Hanging signs.
These hanging signs are super colorful.
Bamboo. Okay. Oh, snap. They look cool. What's up, guys? Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, back again for another video. Now, that's an intro which I haven't used in a very long time. We're back for a video which is a little bit different today. We're back with a face cam, and we're going to be talking about the Minecraft mob vote. So, the Minecraft mob vote has literally just opened. I believe it opened earlier today or yesterday, and everyone's talking about the brand new mobs which Mojang may be introducing soon based on the community's votes from Minecon Live. So, let's take a look at some of the videos they put out, and this is going to be a first-time reaction for me because surprisingly I haven't actually had a look at any of these mobs. I've seen so many videos on YouTube, but this is actually a first impressions and reaction to these mobs, and I want to know your guys' comments in the comment section below. Which mob did you vote for? Which mob do you think should win the live mob vote? And are you excited to get a new mob in Minecraft, or do you think they should actually get around to finally doing the end update already? Let me know in the comments. So the Minecon Live 2022 mob vote has actually closed already, but I still have no clue about any of these mobs, and I haven't done a video on them surprisingly. So here we are on the Minecon Live official page. So the winner of the mob vote has already been revealed, and the winner is the Sniffer mob. So I'm interested to see how people on Twitter, which I don't personally use that often, have reacted to this win. What do you guys think of the Sniffer actually winning the mob vote? So basically Minecon Live is an annual event where we always get these cool mob votes, and I was really excited for the last year, but this year's already rolled around. We have the Tuff Golem, the Rascal, and the Sniffer. So the Tuff Golem is a statue with a twist. It comes alive, and when it awakens, it will walk around, pick up and hold any item it comes across. Don't worry, it will return to the same spot that you placed it when it turns back into a statue. It may be a work of art, but you're the designer. That kind of seems a little bit too much like the alley to me, because the alley can pick up and collect items, so I don't really personally find that one unique. I just think it looks cool because it's like a golem villager again. We already have too many golems, right? Then we have the Rascal, a mischievous mob that loves to play hide and seek. The Rascal lurks in the underground mines waiting to be found. If you spot the same Rascal 3 times, it will reward you with a prize, so keep your eyes open. Then the Sniffer is an ancient creature that was part of the world's ecosystem. You can bring it back if you find its egg, hatch new mobs, breed them, and figure out how to make the Sniffer thrive once more. There are seeds out there that only the Sniffer can find. Okay, that's actually really interesting. So let's take a look at the videos of all these mobs, and I'll give my opinion on what I think is the coolest, regardless of which one which actually won, which seems to be the Sniffer right now. Okay, let's check out the Rascal first. We're going to leave the Sniffer till last because the Sniffer actually won.
Is this where you saw the new mob?
There it is.
Oh, that's a Rascal.
Is it hostile?
Just a little mischievous. It lives underground.
Okay, I think that's really cool because we have abandoned mine shafts everywhere and we always get them spawning in the Badlands, but there's not really any useful mobs down there. We have the cave spiders, but at this point I'm kind of bored of the cave spiders. I don't know, I think this would have been a cool mob to introduce.
And loves playing hide and seek.
So do I, especially after lunch.
Ha 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 ha. They always throw silly jokes in there.
An enchanted pickaxe for us.
Ooh.
What a lovely gift. This must be a prize for finding it 3 times.
3 times? So if you find it multiple times, you get a reward. That's interesting. I actually like that concept. So you play hide and seek, you'll find it once, he'll like scurry off or run off. You find it a second and a third time, and you'll get an item. So I don't know if this is like a random item, like from a loot table, or if it's kind of like a piglin thing, where it's like random items, just like piglin trades. But that's a pretty cool concept. That's actually unique.
If the community vote for the Rascal, we can keep this game of hide and seek going forever.
Will
I think you get bored of it though
find its
eventually.
way into Minecraft's mines. You have 24 hours to cast your vote.
Well, clearly not. We had 24 hours, but the Rascal didn't make its way, evidently, into Minecon because the Sniffer did. So let's check the next one. The Tuff Golem. So this one I personally thought looked quite boring, but I'm open to have my mind changed. Let's have a look at this video.
I didn't realize Tiny Woo was such an art collector.
Is this a statue or a hat holder?
I think it's both. You never know with contemporary pieces.
It's alive!
That's so cool. So you can decorate your base with these guys like as an ornamental piece, and then they come to life. I don't know if they just grab your items or if they grab them if you drop them. The cool thing about the modding community though is no doubt someone's going to recreate all these mob vote mobs in the next like week or two. People have probably already done it now and post mobs on Curse, and I'll probably do like a top 10 with a mod featuring all these mobs anyway. So even though they don't get added to the game, the cool thing about Minecraft mods is someone will just make them anyway, so there's nothing to be let down about for us guys who play with mods.
Wait a minute. James B.
Tuff Golems! I had only heard rumors about the statue that comes alive.
That explains the hats moving. They can hold an item and move around your base.
If players vote for the Tuff Golem, we can open an art exhibition.
Will tough golems freeze, awaken, only to freeze again in Minecraft?
No, they won't, because they lost the vote. We know how that story ends. Although I kind of want them to add these hats. I think this is Jeb's hat or something. These hats need adding to the game. Same goes for farming hats and all those villager hats. We need those in the game. Mojang. Okay, let's take a look at the last video, which is the Sniffer. This is the one which won,
Tiny
so let's pay
Agnes,
attention.
Did you teach chickens how to lay eggs underwater?
Not yet.
They look ancient.
These are sniffer eggs. I thought they were extinct.
Sniffer eggs underwater. Okay, so it mentioned we had to actually find the eggs and then bring them back to life. But find them underwater, that's pretty cool. Like 1.13 added some pretty cool underwater stuff in the whole update aquatic. But adding these guys underwater gives us more reason to actually go dive underwater, which is pretty cool. Because I think underwater diving is like pretty sweet, but there's not really too much reason to do so. Maybe these generate in different places. I don't know. I haven't done my research. But if you find them underwater, I just think that's so cool. But they have scuba gear on. We don't have scuba gear yet. So hopefully in the future they'll add some kind of scuba diving gear.
What kind of chicken is that?
Oh, they aren't birds at all. The sniffer is an ancient mob.
Were they plant experts?
They loved plants and found seeds by sniffing the ground in the most adorable way.
With all of these eggs, I bet we can help them thrive in the overworld once again.
That's cool. Okay, so they will go and smell the plants and they'll find seeds. So does that mean that we can kind of just use these guys for farming? We could use them to just gather us loads of seeds, throw down loads of these guys, just breed them on our farm. They'll get all the seeds for us, and then we can kind of just automate the crop process. That's actually pretty cool. I like the feature. Although, when you hatch it from the egg, it looks like it's going to be young, and then it'll grow, like, massive by the looks of it. I do like the sprites and the art. The pixel art they do in these videos, it just looks really cool. I really do like the style of these, like, 8-bit videos.
And maybe even get some new plants, if the community votes for the sniffer, that is.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Will the Sniffer get to roam the overworld again? You have 24 hours to cast your vote starting on October the 14th, noon.
So this guy's like a dinosaur. So it won the vote. That's pretty cool. Now, I know a lot of people in last year's mob vote were kind of annoyed because I know a lot of YouTubers were kind of almost telling people to vote for something. There's a lot of people saying that Dream rigged the vote because he was saying vote for the ally and stuff like that. I don't know much information on that. I guess people just tell people to vote for what they like for. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But obviously a lot of YouTubers do have an influence on how these Minecraft mob votes do end up. So a lot of people do get obviously disappointed. I think the pick was actually pretty good this year. I only liked 2 out of the 3 mobs. I thought the Golem was kind of boring, to be honest. I thought the Rascal was really cool. A little bit disappointed that lost. I think that would have been a pretty fun game to play hide and seek in the mines. But I think the Sniffer's a cool mob. I think the appearance of it is interesting to say the least, but I think it was a pretty cool concept. And hunting for eggs is going to be pretty fun when the update drops, which is most likely going to be quite a long time. So from Minecon Live, they've released the Minecraft 1.20 update. So this is going to be interesting. I've not seen this either, so let's check this one out.
So Agnes, you're going to tell us the next update.
I will soon.
Soon, they're teasing
I
it.
would actually love to take some time to talk about what we have learned.
What's this, a giant sheep? I never actually used scaffolding, but they're such useful blocks if you think about it. I've never actually used scaffolding to build. I've only ever used crate to fly. But it actually reminds me I should probably do that when I'm building survival. It's something I never think about. This trailer's pretty magical, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's that splash effect. We want that splash effect in game. Wow, look at the little cute cat chasing the creeper. This reminds me of those Minecraft Legends trailers. They're passing the torch from person to person, and they're all placing the redstone together as a community. Feels also inclusive. Oh snap, it's a llama. Wait, that's actually such a cool creation. Can you actually make that out of redstone? I challenge you guys to actually remake that.
Lots of new default skins.
Wow, it's a lovely.
Ah, those are default skins. Okay, that's really cool. So they were like different cultured skins, different kinds of people-based skins. They were really cool. I really liked how those looked.
Hanging signs.
Hanging signs.
These hanging signs are super colorful, and the players can use strip logs and chains to craft them.
I really like that concept actually. There's some really cool signs mods out there for Minecraft Forge. It's going to be so much better for like villages and towns. We can have like taverns, we can have inns. The creativity is off the charts. I think we can really use these to decorate villages. I think what I would like them to see with these hanging signs is in auto-generated villages, put these signs in those villages so when you have like a blacksmith or a librarian, put a sign saying what building it is. Even though people already know, I just think that'd be a really cool visual change they could do.
We all know the sign blocks and what they do, and these hanging blocks, they're very versatile. You can craft them with every wood types, and they have 3 different states.
Oh, and here you can see the different variants. So the
That looks
first one
cool.
here is when you hang the hanging signs from the side of a block, and this one is like the base one. So it has.
Okay, so if you hang them from the side, they have a different structural appearance, and if you hang them from the front or the top, they also have a different appearance with chains.
And it's when it hangs under a block that's quite wide, and then my favorite, you can see it has like a V-shaped chain, and this is when you hang it under something that's narrow, like.
I really like how those look. In a way, they kind of look weird. They look like briefcases, but usually when you create like a sign pole on a server for like a spawn or something, you always put like the fence, the signs on each side of the fence faces, and you create like a different multi-pointing sign system. I think this is an interesting way to do it too. I think a lot of servers will actually make some really cool sign systems with these.
Like under a fence post or under a chain. That's so pretty. Love.
They're really cool. I love how much storytelling too, even from that, because adding them to different places, it's super awesome.
Yeah, those signs look really cool. And the text, if you have a look at the text on them too, we have normal black text on this sign, then white outline text on here to kind of give it more emphasis. I like the text in the art style. The fonts on that's pretty cool.
One of these like things
I
we did
love
was
it.
connect like 2 villager houses together. And
Okay, that looks pretty crazy. They're using signs to connect different villages together, or different village houses together. That looks like when you're in Chinatown and you have all those hanging like Chinese fairy lights and those Chinese lanterns and signs like everywhere. Yeah, I think people can really creatively use these on a lot of builds, guys. I think those are so cool.
yes, we have created a beautiful new wood set for bamboo.
Bamboo. Okay.
Like with
So we've literally just got mangrove from the mangrove swamps, and now we're already getting a new wood subset, which I personally think is really cool because we already have bamboo and bamboo forest biomes or bamboo jungles. This looks awesome. I think they're taking inspiration from a lot of the mods out here, guys, because I featured so many of these mods on the channel, especially like mods which add bamboo wood sets. I featured one of those before. Looks exactly the same, but I really like that they're bringing some of this inspiration to real updates like in vanilla.
with
So
every
cool.
wood set, look at this. You have the planks, you have fences, you have trapdoors, you have doors, and look at the beautiful patterns.
That looks really
Love,
nice.
So
love
pretty.
The
Yeah.
patterns on the trapdoors. So good.
Yes.
And I love, like, they're so good to use as
Those
windows,
window
for
panes
example.
though, so cool. Now that we have this wood set, can we please finally get jungle villages? In my mod Crusader Craft, I added jungle villages, and I think it would be a really cool addition. In fact, I'm actually tempted to make bamboo wood blocks in my mod to add to those villages so they look better now. This is actually giving me modding inspiration. But I want to see NPC villages in jungle variants. I'm not sure if they don't want to do that because of cultural things. Maybe it might offend people because they're adding tribes, I don't know. But I would really like to see that with this bamboo as like the base of all the buildings. That'd be so cool as a feature, having jungle villages. That's so cool. I really do like that new wood set. This looks like it's a pretty cool update, guys.
I
Wow.
think it's very beautiful. And
Amazing.
Oh snap.
when I see this, I'm like, I want to build floors with it. Wouldn't it be very pretty?
Yeah, this would make a really
I
cool
mean, they're
floor.
Beautiful floors, and I mean, it's beautiful in the whole building. And I think
You could definitely add that to a dojo. I think there's going to be so many cool Asian style builds with this wood set. I think using that as a floor would be so cool.
if you're able to build your real world in Minecraft, like that's so exciting for people.
Yes.
Oh snap.
Look
That
at
looks
this.
nice.
Yeah,
Like
look-
with that it stands like on the
They've
fence
coupled that
post
as well
and
with the
in
crimson
mangrove
forest wood.
swamp.
That's like a perfect blend. Oh snap. Wait, are these new boat types? This is like riftwood or something. Or bamboo boats, like rafts. Wait, and they've got the chests on the back just like the chest boats.
Adventure on a river, and then it's on a raft. I think
That is really cool. They kind of still look like boats, but not as deep.
Yeah, I definitely want to get stranded on an island.
Yeah, I really like that. They've even added rafts too. That's actually pretty crazy.
It's called the chiseled bookshelves.
Chiseled bookshelves.
Yeah, so chiseled bookshelves is the new block that we're adding to the game. and you can interact with it to store 1 to 6 books.
This is exactly like Bibliocraft again. Like, Bibliocraft for the longest time had this. That was like the first block they added to that mod. Minecraft, as like a developer team, they're definitely looking at mods, guys, and implementing all these features which have been in mods for the longest time. I think that's great, personally, because I think we're having so many cool features that we've been used to in the modding community. But a lot of like kids and players who don't use mods have never experienced it. And I'm curious if they're going to add these into strongholds and like some of the places they already naturally generate with bookshelves. I think this is so cool. So you store like books on, and then it visually changes the texture based on the books you have in the block.
But it's not only books, it's also enchanted books and books and quill.
So there's no interface, you just right click on them.
The stories of your world. And personally, I'm really excited about it, because as a player, I love telling stories about my game. And I used to keep it in a physical notebook just next to my game, my computer. But recently, I started writing it in the world, sort of storing it in chest. And you know, that was actually inspired by you, Agnes, and your amazing world.
That's so cool. So it works with books and quills, I think. So you could write a book, fill it out and sign the book, and then put it in a bookshelf, so it's like a real book. So that adds so many opportunities for new adventure maps. You could add a new adventure map with different books that the players have to read, which are on all the bookshelves, or you could just do it like for immersion with like RPG elements.
You're actually going to pull a redstone signal that's going to tell you what is the last book that was interacted with. And there's many uses for that, but personally, I'm going to make some secret bookshelf doorways.
Whoa.
Hide something in there.
So you can use redstone based on specific books which you take out of the shelf. It will trip like a redstone door. So you can create like bookshelf doors. I don't know how we're going to be able to make those, but that is honestly crazy. I really like that.
Historical feel to them, and that's actually a feel we want for all of Minecraft. And have you noticed the top texture? So you can see it like on the floor there. Now I'm gonna talk
on the floor.
Yes. I'm gonna talk a lot about floors today.
Really cool texture variants here, guys. So cool.
So maybe it's time to take a look at some camels.
Camels. So in my desert update mod, one of the first mods I made camels, and they kind of looked a bit basic, like the vanilla art style. They weren't my best model, definitely one of my first. I think I actually used a modified horse to actually create them. But I'm interested to see how Mojang made camels. Are they better than my camels? Let's see. Oh, snap. They look cool. They remind me of the camels out of the Minecraft Marketplace maps. Oh, and they flap their ears too. Oh my god. I love how emotionless that villager is. He's like staring into these empty eyes. So we can use camels, but not only can we use them as mounts. Okay, that jump looked a bit goofy, but I'm still for it. I still like that. Not only can we use it as mounts, we can have 2 people on it. Look how slow those things move. We could like go through the Sahara Desert on these things. Oh my god, those camels are sweet.
They have called the dash. So using the dash,
dash.
clear ravines or even rivers, which we all know are the enemy of horses in Minecraft.
Ah, so it's a dash, it's not a jump. Okay, so it's like a forward movement.
Because like we said, when you ride with them, you're with a friend, you're on an adventure, it's very sort of storytelling, adventure-y. But there's another side, because you can actually sprint with camels, and they go quite a bit faster when you do it.
Ah, okay, so they're not as slow as we thought.
At night, you can be out with your friend, and Agnes, for example, is using the camel and moving around and dashing out of danger.
That's actually so cool, like moving with the camel while like your friend on the back uses a bow to like snipe zombies.
And I, with a bow, can sort of shoot and attack behind, and that collaboration I think is really, really cool.
And as you can see here, the many mobs can't reach us because the camel is so tall.
Yes.
That's actually such a cool mount. So you can't even get attacked by zombies because you're just so tall in a camel. That's honestly so cool. Wait, let's look at these camel babies.
They're ugly cute, I think.
Yeah, and as we can see,
oh, those are so cool. Those miniature versions.
And something pretty interesting is that the item you're going to use to feed and breed them is actually a cactus.
And I thought that was so interesting when we like researched camels. I didn't know that real world camels eat cactus.
I had no clue either. Well, I think I had a clue, but it's not something you think about that camels actually eat cactus. In fact, cactus is like the most useless item in Minecraft, so at least now we actually have a reason to use them because we can basically grow it to breed these camels.
I've seen many videos of camels eating cactus. I thought it was really, really interesting. And also, cactus is sort of an item that doesn't have too many uses in the game.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
Nice, again, being respectful of all features.
That was a pretty crazy update to say the least. I think it was really interesting to see see the mob vote. I want to know your guys' opinions. What do you think of the mobs which actually won the mob vote? Are you happy that the Sniffer mob won over the Rascal mob? And did you like the Golem mob, which I didn't really typically like? I want to know your guys' opinions. And also, what do you think about the 1.20 update? Because this is my first reaction to it. I never even watched these videos earlier before filming this, so it was a genuine reaction. But I actually think 1.20 looks really cool. I still think Minecraft is sleeping on the end update though, because they've done so much with the Nether, but the end has been like abandoned. So let me know what you guys think about that too. I think the ancient portals in the ancient cities, they would be a cool feature, but if I'm honest, I just want to see the end get an update. I think it's a great dimension with so much potential that they really need to put some work into. But I'm really liking the new bamboo and the rafts. I think that's one of the coolest features, but I've got to say the camels are the highlight of this feature. In fact, I don't even care about the Minecraft mob, to be honest. I think the camel is the coolest feature that's coming on 1.20. But let me know your guys' opinions. Give the video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you next time.